up, y'all? How do? I'm looking pretty good. Good. All by myself. No one was looking. I was thinking of you. Oh yeah, did I mention I was all by myself? Oh, there's people. Hi, people. How's it going? Welcome back to me. Welcome back, me. I wasn't here last week because we had a COVID scare. We were exposed, and then we had to go into quarantine while we waited for our test to come back negative, which they did. Thank you for calling Hero Complex. Can I help you? Cool. Spam. Spam favorite. Sometimes I'll just have a spam member call me around 2 a.m. and we'll just sit there listening to each other breathing till we fall asleep. It's lovely. Max says hi. Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. What? Master Obi-Wan Kenobi is here. Oh, snap. Hello there. All right. We're going to go through this week's books. Just the three of us. That's fine. I got my hat on backwards so that the light, because when I put the hat on this way, it gets much darker. And I got this little light, but I forgot to plug in my little light. Looks like a booby. Anyway, so Max, how you doing? Master Obi-Wan. You were right about one thing, Master. The negotiations were short. How you doing? Please. And thank you, Christopher Goodnight. Please and hello. Let's go through the books. All right. What are we doing? We're going to do... Uh-oh. I messed up my own alphabet already. Let's see. We'll take these out. We'll put these over here. Here we go. All right. Starting at the alphabet. So I haven't... I alphabetized them, but I have not counted and marked off on my little sheet. So we're going to do that as we chat. How is everybody? I just had a turkey BLT. Thank you so much for asking. It was delicious. And tater tots from Greg's Kitchen, which is down the street. It's delicious. I wanted to see the back of your phone. What? You want to see the back of my phone? There you go. All right. So where's my sheet? Where's my sheet? There's my sheet. All right. Is everybody watching The Mandalorian? Because it's great. I don't want to spoil anything, so don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I was very, very, very happy to see a character show up. That's all. I got all giddy. Okay, it's the same phone. Same phone as what? Same as my last phone? As your phone? But you have OFS. What are you talking about? What is happening? Oh, Anthony Jago, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's great. Mando is great, says Master Obi-Wan. All right, so what do we got? Atlantis Attack. So King in Black, which is the sequel to Absolute Carnage. I got a little stuck. Absolute Carnage is starting up this week. I guess technically it started a couple weeks ago because there was a one-shot, and then there was Symbiote Spider-Man #1, which was a tie-in, and then this week we also have another tie-in called Atlantis Attacks #5. Why wouldn't we have the last issue of a miniseries be a tie-in to a major event? Why wouldn't we do that? What a strange decision. Whatever. It's got Shang-Chi and Namor. And I'm so curious. To be honest, I didn't realize that Atlantis Attacks was a miniseries until I saw that Atlantis Attacks #5 was a King in Black tie-in. So how many of those did I get? 1, 2. But, I got a bunch of people who want all of King in Black. Give me all the issues. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 copies of Atlantis Attacks. Mark that off. It's not smashed all to hell. I'm going to wait on this one and get that massive omnibus of King in Black. That's going to be a big ol' omnibus. Did you get the Absolute Carnage omnibus? I did. All right, so Savage Avengers number 15 is also coming out. From Jerry Duggan and Patrick Zurcher. I haven't read a single issue of this since the first issue dropped. 2, 4, 6. Savage Avengers. Bye, Grace. Bye. All right, so Savage Avengers 15. And again, that's not indicative of my feelings on the book. It might be a great book. I just haven't read it since issue 1. Backtrack number 9 by Brian Jones. A nice cover. Got one of those. Badoink. Black Widow number 4. Now this here's another one. I really liked issue 1, and I haven't read it since then. But I really want to catch up. I really like everything that Kelly Thompson has been doing the past couple of years. And this first issue was great. Very much in, I think thematically, very much in line with a movie that I almost rented the other night. But then I got distracted and I forgot to. Long Kiss Goodnight, which was, I remember loving in the movie theater. I don't think I've seen it since. 2, 4, 6, 7 Black Widows. Oh, and thank you to all of the people who wished us well. As I mentioned earlier, we had the COVID scare. We got exposed, and then we had to go into quarantine for 8 days until our COVID test came back negative. So we were shut down for a full 8 days, which sucked. The Boys, Dear Becky, number 7. I don't get the reference of this cover. I don't know what was in here. Hi, says Molly HW. What's crack-a-lackin', says Quag. Tell me truly, Quag, is your name Greg? Or Craig? And that's just like a fun way of spelling Craig? Or is it K-Wag? K-Wag. How you doing? Not much is crack-a-lackin', my friend. How's everybody's, holiday? If you celebrate Thanksgiving, and by celebrate, I mean you ate a bunch of food. Craig! It was Craig. Hey, Craig. You were honestly the first person in months to oh! That was a congratulatory slap. I'm so proud of myself. Buffy, so we got one of the boys, Dear Buffy. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, number 20. This is what I look like when I'm watching TikToks and then you disturb me. I look up like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Buffys. Originally, I liked TikTok because it was just dancing and lip syncing and pictures and videos of adorable things, and it wasn't very political. Not that I don't like political things, but in a very political time, it was a nice respite from Facebook where all I get is politics, right? And I enjoy a good political conversation, but it was a nice little respite of like, oh, I'll just watch these adorable people doing adorable things on TikTok. And then I wound up in political TikTok. So all of my feed is now politics again. So I'm trying to figure out how to, I'm just going to start liking other videos of like puppies and dancing people. Because it wears me down. Oh, hey, Noel. Christopher Goodnight says, the only thing I remember about the Long Kiss Goodnight trailer, never saw the movie, was the carrot chopping / knife throwing / catching scene. It's a great scene. If you haven't seen the Long Kiss Goodnight, if you're like Christopher St. Saucy Goodnight, you should watch it. You can rent it for like $3 on Amazon, which I almost did the other night. All right, so Fantastic Four fans, there is a new, is this a one-shot? What are you? Tell me what you are. Okay, it says end at the end, so I'm assuming it's a one-shot. Fantastic Four Road Trip #1. Everybody's looking all F to hell. It's pretty gross. Very gnarly. Now, the thing that I'm excited about with this is that it's written by Christopher Cantwell, who, if you've been watching my streams, you know that I love the show *Halt and Catch Fire*, which was, I think, created or co-created and written by Christopher Cantwell. So, and he's also been writing Iron Man, the current Iron Man title. Just search for cute cats. You need to train the algorithm. All right, I'll do that. I'll do some searching. I also wound up on Thick Thighs TikTok somehow, which I'm not going to complain about that. The Invisible Woman. Oh, okay, and there's an alternate cover for Fantastic Four Road Trip. It's the Invisible Woman model kit assembly required. It's kind of fun and a little gross. Comes with a 30-page comic book written by Christopher Cantwell and drawn by Felipe Andrade. All right, how many copies? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 regular and 1 variant. 10 regular. Oh, there's 2 variants. So that one is by, oh, what's his nuts? I know the name. What is it? Del Mundo. So this is the Del Mundo variant. And then, yes, you are correct, Noel. It is Christopher Cantwell. And then there's another variant, also pretty gross. What happens to Thing when he starts shedding his rock bits? Ugh. Grody. Noel, should I put a copy aside for you? Okay, so we got those. All right. And then next up, one of my favorite current series, which again, I'm a little behind on, is Firepower from Robert Kirkman and Chris Samnee. And this is issue 6. Now, Anthony Drago. Wait, I think I sent it. Didn't I send you? No, who was that? Oh, wait, that was Carl Carls in Tasmania. I mailed Carl Carls Firepower, the first volume, and then I think the first issue. I mailed that to Australia. Tasmania. 2, 4, 6 copies of Firepower. I kind of love that FF Del Mundo variant. If it's unclaimed, and let me know. Ooh, Fantastic Four vs. Avengers by Stern showed Rockless Thing. It was gross. So there was a period of time where the Thing was less bricky and more lumpy. What was the deal with Lumpy Thing? He looks like squish, squish, squish. He looks a little squishy. You guys remember that? I mean, that was probably back in the 80s. Okay, so that's that stack. Next up is Hellboy and the BPRD, Her Fatal Hour and the Sending by Mike Mignola and Tiernan Trevelyan. And I got 2. Don't you do that, books. You stay where I put you. Also, hey, tell me this. Is anyone excited for an Avatar comic? Not The Last Airbender. James Cameron's Avatar film from 10... How long ago was it? Was that like, what, 8, 10 years ago? How long ago was Avatar? And now there's an untold story set immediately after the events of Avatar. I know Jeff Kanata is very excited about the next Avatar film, while the rest of the Slash Filmcast maintain that it's not culturally relevant anymore. Avatar, and I don't know, man. I don't know if people are going to go out to see an Avatar sequel as much as they did the original Avatar. But what do I know? I do not have my thumb in the butts of pop culture. Right? That's how you take a pulse, right? You put your right up the butt. Avatar ad on the back of Hellboy. Yeah. No, yeah. Well, it's an ad for the comic book, which hasn't. It's releasing soon, I assume, but it hasn't come out yet. I guess they're gearing up for the sequel. Has anybody? No. Matthew Feldman says no. I'm not going to read that. I mean, isn't there a new one coming out? Yes. That's probably why they're doing it. Yep. There's like 4 new. Yeah. That's the other thing. It isn't just this. There's a handful of Avatar comics coming. Hellions number 7 from Zeb Wells. We are done 10 of Swords. Wait a minute. Is this still part of 10 of Swords? I guess not. Avatar is really pretty to watch stoned, and that's about it, says Molly. But I will say both Avatar rides at Disney were so beautiful, they made me cry. What was it about? Why? What was beautiful about it? Like the decorations? Was there like a movie to go along with it and that made you cry? Or was like their setup so beautiful? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 copies of Hellions. Stoink. You guys want to know what song I have stuck in my head? I have an earworm. This week it's... Tell me if you know what this is. And forgive it. It's going to be annoying. Inkblot, number 4 from Emma Kubert. It's about a kitty. We got 2 ink. Oh, look at the back. That's cute. That'd make a great tattoo. That's a good tattoo right there. If I read Inkblot and like cared about it enough to have a tattoo of it, I would do that. It also looks a little bit like a soot sprite from Miyazaki. Inkblot. I would get a soot sprite tattoo. I keep getting texts. Oh, it's Pink Apocalypse. Pink Apocalypse is from the show. She has been on the show with us on Sunday morning live stream where we review comic books. Pink Apocalypse has joined us on many occasions, and she's sending me memes. First of all, she's upset that Doctor Strange has been canceled because she loves Doctor Strange, which reminds me. That reminds me, if you love Doctor Strange, there is another title called Strange Academy where he runs a magic school. Just FYI. I use talk to text way too much. King in Black is next. Oh my goodness. King in Black is next. Gremlins, you monster. Me. Oh, God, I got a bunch of comments. Let's see. Is it not cuzpreviews.com lifts? Does it? Okay, here's the thing. There is a couple of issues that came out this week that I went, oh no, I over-ordered them. Because, like for Hellions example, I have maybe 4 subscribers to Hellions. But I had like 10 extra subscribers for all of 10 of Swords. So I ordered 14 copies of it, and I went, oh no, I ordered too many because this doesn't look like it's a tie-in to 10 of Swords. So I ordered them for all my 10 of Swords subscribers. But if it's listed as 10 of Swords, great. I didn't go crazy. They shot pepper spray in your face. Very crazy. Yo, and the Avatar ride, they went... the one where you fly literally makes you feel like you're flying, and they both just kind of feel like magic, she says. pretty cool. The closest I ever got was the Superman ride at Six Flags. That was pretty cool. If you kind of like shut your eyes. I've only ever bought one comic series, says Quag. What? You're going to leave us in suspense? What's up? What'd you get? What's your one comic series? And why? Why did you stop after that? All right, so King in Black, sequel to Absolute Carnage by Donny Cates. I'm very excited. With art by Ryan Stegman. The regular cover look like this. A bunch of folk. And speaking of which, speaking of this cover, I gotta jump over these boxes. Hold on. Ugh. They made here we go. King in Black comic book boxes. Pretty cool. Ugh. All right. Okay, so King in Black. How many copies of this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26 copies of King in Black, regular. No, I thought you took a copy of King in Black, didn't you? To read last week or like a couple days ago? Did you already bring it back? And then we've got a bunch of variant covers. This one looks like Peach Momoko of Knoll. Very cool. And there's this one by Philip Tan. It feels like kind of classic Marvel, doesn't it? Kind of old school Marvel. Like it has a modern take on it, but feels kind of like a classic Marvel cover. There's this variant. This is the premiere variant, where they've just taken the regular cover and they're sort of messing with the colors to make it a gradient. Oh, he does have a copy. Great. He just texted me. Don't forget I have these. Batman, Catwoman, and I guess it's a variant. Ooh, what is this one? Look at this. This looks like some, what do you call it? Flash art that you would see in a tattoo shop. I wonder how many people are going to get this exact tattoo. This is dope. Snap. Who is this? This is awesome. IBMMXX. I don't know who that is. Bustos? No, that's Stormbreaker. I don't know who did that one. And then there's this one. Again, Knoll. Looking all gnarly. Or gnarly. Nolly? Ah. It's got mouths on his thighs. It's kind of gross. There's this one, Stormbreaker's Natasha Bustos. Has a very 90s animated Spider-Man series vibe. I don't know if this is actually her look, or if this is just specifically supposed to look like the 90s Spider-Man. There's a blank variant, which I'm sure Noel will want. He always gets the blank variant. There's a Philip Tan black and white variant. It's the one we saw before, but in black and white. Yeah, isn't that flash art variant cool? This one is by Adam Hughes, probably. I don't see the signature, but this looks like Adam Hughes. That's weird. I don't see the AH. Maybe this isn't Adam Hughes. Who is it? Who are you? And then there's this variant by Lionel Francis Yu. I think I did it. Lineal. Is that how I say it? Lineal. I always mess it up, and Noel has to yell at me. So let's see. We got a bunch of comments. Let me go through those real quick. Molly, off topic. Were you and Alex in town this past weekend? Okay, that's between them. I was discussing this yesterday, says Matthew Feldman. Doctor Strange is the Marvel Constantine, but not as good and more pretentious. Agreed. I don't care about Doctor Strange, but I love Constantine. Noel, I walked past Sid at the shop and didn't realize it's Sunday until Kira said something. I'm so oblivious and socially awkward, LOL. Me too. Looks like a Marvel Xbox game cover art. Yo, tattoo shop cover is dope. Mouth kneecaps. Yeah, we were definitely walking in Maniac. Master Obi-Wan Kenobi says, I'm so excited because there is a comic book shop that's opening and it's only 5 minutes from my house. It's right next to where I take piano lessons, so every time I go to my lesson, I can stop there. Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, first of all, I'm proud of you for expanding your horizons and learning the piano. Where do you live? I don't need your address, but like what part of the world? That's awesome that you're getting a new comic shop. When it opens up, give them a shout out. We'll send people to go shop there. I don't know if you know this. I have a comic shop. It's called Johnny Destructo's Hero Complex at 4327 Main Street in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is just a tiny section of it. This is where I stream, obviously. All right. Oh my God. Big stack. So there was a book a couple months ago from Joe Hill, and it was a thriller, comedy, murder mystery about a comedian, and it was called Dying is Easy. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. We don't see a lot of mysteries with a comedian, a stand-up comic as the protagonist, right? Well, hold your dang horses. Knock 'em Dead is a new series from Aftershock. Great cover, by the way. I love that. Okay, it's a skull, which is pretty gross. It gets grosser, though, if you notice the skull has a mustache. I don't know why that's so gross to me. Ugh. We were definitely walking around Maniac on Saturday, but I also feel you. I almost always take the risk and shout, but then half the time I'm wrong and people look at me like I'm crazy, which I feel like is very on brand for me. Oh, you live in Ohio, says Obi-Wan. I'd like to go to your shop, but I live pretty far away. Listen, if you get in your car now, I'll see you in a week. You'll be just in time for next comic book day. So this is by Matt Milla and Taylor Esposito. Knock 'em Dead, number 1. I got 1 copy of it. Lumberjanes, End of Summer, number 1. Looks like they're wrapping up the Lumberjanes series. I read the first volume of it, and it's very adorable. Anytime some people come in for their kids and they want a recommendation, Lumberjanes. That's the back cover. I got 3 of those. Badoink. Next up, okay, so King in Black is about a character called Knull. Knull. And there is another book coming out this week called Marvel Tales, Knull. And Marvel Tales is usually a thick issue which has a bunch of reprints in it. And the whole point is to kind of catch you up on a character that is coming back into the spotlight. They did one recently for Maestro, because Maestro was coming back, so they reprinted both editions of the Future Imperfect that introduced Maestro back in the 80s. All of this is to say that there is a Marvel Tales Knull. It's a thick boy. It's a thickie. So yeah, Marvel Tales Knull. It's funny, they don't, usually it says Marvel Tales at top. They haven't done that this time. No, on the back though, it says, Knull, God of the Symbiotes, will haunt your nightmares as we celebrate the legacy of the House of Ideas with Marvel Tales. This anthology series shines a spotlight on fan-favorite characters, features timeless stories, and highlights some of Marvel's most impressive talent from the past 8 decades. In this issue, Venom number 3, Venom number 4, Web of Venom, Carnage Born #1, and Venom #25. So actually, these are all from the Donny Cates run. So if you missed out on any of the really important Venom things that happened, you pick this up, and it's got all of them in there. And it's only $7.99. So it'd be cheaper to buy this than it would be to buy the books that are actually in there, which is how it should be, right? So let's see. I got, oh my goodness, 2, 4, 6, 8 copies of Marvel Tales Null. Which, oh, did I really just put it under Null? Oh, Null Marvel Tales. Get out of here. Messing me up. Marvel's Snapshots Civil War by Saladin Ahmed and Ryan Kelly. And this seems to be about, what was her name? Quake? No, Maria Hill. Maria Hill. So yeah, got one of those. Marvel Snapshots. Let's see. L, H-I-J-K. L. H-I-J-K. L-M. That's a great primer for anyone interested in trying out Venom or jumping into this event. Noel's right. Also, I just recently realized that it was pronounced primer. I got corrected. Maybe they were wrong. I always called it a primer. Like, you know, you put on a coat of primer before you paint something. So I assumed that these things were called primers. But then someone was like, it's a primer. Still feels weird. I don't like it. Mighty Morphin #1, second printing variant by Dan Mora. Dan Mora is chief, y'all. Dan Mora is dope. Is that a thing I just made up? Dan Mora is chief? Is that... I don't think people actually say that. I'll tell you who else is chief. MODOK. MODOK Head Games. From Jordan Blum and Patton Oswalt. That makes sense. With art by Scott Hepburn. He's so mad. MODOK, why are you so mad? Why are you so grumpy, kid? You're chief. You're not supposed to be grumpy. MODOK. All right, got one of those. It's called Head Games. For obvious reasons. Obi-Wan says, I'm also excited about the comic shop because I don't really read or own a lot of comics, so I'm excited to buy more and start reading more of them. Dude, that's killer. That's awesome. Is there anything that you're looking to get into for comics? Are there any favorite characters or favorite storylines that you're curious about? Keep in mind, and I'm sure you already know this, it's not always just superheroes. There's crime, there's romance, there's comedy, sci-fi, erotic. There's all sorts of comic genres. If there's a genre you enjoy, I guarantee you that there is a comic to match that. A lot of people think it's just like, oh, it's just superheroes, which is fine. Superheroes are great. But I always try to make sure everyone knows there's more to it. It's a little something for everybody. Noel, we have one piece of pumpkin cheesecake left. And by piece, I mean it's that big. And I'm waiting for it. I'm going to go home and eat it tonight. It's been sitting there waiting for me. It was so rich that I couldn't eat the whole slice the other night. And I was like, I'm just going to save this little piece for time. Nice little nugget. For anyone who doesn't know, Sam and Noel, our bestest buddies, made for Shushan, her birthday, they made her a pumpkin cheesecake from scratch. Which I didn't know before. I didn't know you could just do that. Pumpkin cheesecake to me is a thing that you go to the Cheesecake Factory and you buy. You don't just make one. Overwatch Tracer London Calling, #1 of 5 from Blizzard Entertainment. Oh, what? Okay, all right, here's the thing. I don't know anything about Overwatch. I know it's a video game. I know my friends Mike and Julia love it. It's great. I was not interested in the comic book for Overwatch, for a game I've only played for 30 seconds and have never revisited. But it's a 5-issue miniseries, and I'm just now noticing that it's got one of my favorite contemporary writers, Marika Tamaki, and one of my favorite artists, Babs Tarr. Mariko Tamaki and Babs Tarr. How's that for an up-and-coming team? Oh, that's exciting. Dang it. I don't know anything about Overwatch, though. And the cool thing about this is, so for Dark Horse, they were doing a thing where, you know, probably I would only order maybe 2 copies of this because nobody asked for it, and it's just going to be sitting on the shelf. But it's a very popular video game, and I get people who come in and they're like, hey, do you have any comics about video games? So I keep them around. But they're doing a thing where if I order 10 copies, they're returnable. So if I up my order to 10, all of the copies become returnable. Christopher Goodnight says, I don't think we can say chief anymore. I don't think you had to, it's not a curse word. I don't think you had to put an asterisk for chief. Maybe chef. I'll change it to chef. The upcoming MODOK animated show with Patton Oswalt. Oh, there it is. Jimmy says there's a MODOK animated series coming, and Patton Oswalt, is he doing MODOK or is he just writing it, or how's Patton Oswalt involved? That makes sense why he's writing the comic book. And Noel says, eat it on the feet. I can't. It's at home. Otherwise, I would sit here and watch you. I would make you watch me slowly eat pumpkin cheesecake with about, I don't know, 4 inches of whipped cream on top. Sam made it and I watched. Listen, I wasn't sure what you had to do with the experience, so I didn't want to leave you out. Because it was like a gift. It was a family gift from your family to our family. So I said they. But yeah, Noel had nothing to do with it. And if he takes any credit, I'll punch him in the toes. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 copies of Overwatch. I really like Marvel, says Master Obi-Wan, especially X-Men, so I will probably read a lot of X-Men comics. I also really like Usagi Yojimbo comics. Nice. Which I haven't read a ton of, but I plan on reading more. So, at your local comic shop, by the way, Johnny Destructo's Hero Complex does do mail-outs. Just saying. But your local comic shop, when they open, they should be able to order in the new Usagi Yojimbo collection. They're coming out with a new collection. Originally, the series was in black and white, and they have since gone back and re-released the first 10 or so issues in color, I think. Maybe only 6. I'm not sure how many issues. Anyway, they're colorizing it. And so I think they're doing a new collection of the colorized version of Usagi from, you know, the way back, the before times. And then there is a new Usagi Yojimbo series, still by Stan Sakai, and it's coming out now. It's just updated. Where, you know, it's not updated. It's not a redo. It's like a continuation. And it's also full color. And as far as X-Men, some of the classics I'm sure you already know are the... If you want stuff from the 80s, which can be a little word heavy, a little text heavy, the Dark Phoenix Saga, obviously. God Loves Man Kills is a good one. If you're looking for more contemporary, I really enjoyed the Grant Morrison New X-Men and the Joss Whedon Astonishing X-Men. And then the most recent amazing X-Men story is called House of X Powers of 10, or Hoxpox. It's really spelled like House of X Powers of X, but it's pronounced House of X Powers of 10. And all 12 issues of that, that's like the current status quo of the X-Men by Jonathan Hickman. And that's great too. So you should check any of those out. I highly recommend them. Overwatch, we did that. Sonic the Hedgehog, number 35. Matthew Feldman, why do the video comic people move their heads like that? Yeah, I don't know. They're very, very shifty. You guys got any comics about video games? I don't know. You know what it is? It's all the video gaming. They're constantly looking back and forth on their screen. Oh, I'm dizzy. Jimmy says, I think he's writing and doing the voice of MODOK. Sounds perfect. I didn't know that, says Master Obi-Wan. I'm really excited for the color copies and the new comics. See, you learned something. Stick with me, kid. I mean, I was using kid as a catch-all. I don't know if you're an actual kid, but I call everyone kid. Amazing Spider-Man 53.LR Variant Edition. Which I want to say this is Koi Fam. We're friends on Facebook, which means nothing. I'm just saying, I feel like I've seen this on his Facebook. Yep, there it is, Koi. Koi Fam. Let's see. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 21. Speaking of Miles, man. The past couple of days, because I can't sit still long enough to watch a movie all the way through anymore. It's taken me 3 days, but I finally made it all the way through again into the Spider-Verse. The best Spider-Man movie of all time so far. If I die in 2021, I will take that to my grave. I don't want to make promises for future Spider-Man movies. But if I die soon, I will maintain that to my dying day. Miles Morales Spider-Man number 21. I'm such an idiot. Here we go. The Ultimatum Saga. What? The Ultimatum Saga? What is this? Is this the Ultimate Universe is back? I haven't read a single issue of the Saladin Ahmed Miles. One day, I'm gonna, you know what? When I'm in the hospital with my wife, and she's giving birth, and we can't leave the hospital room for many days, maybe I'll catch up on Miles Morales by Saladin Ahmed. Cool, I didn't realize the Ultimate Universe was back. I have to take a look at this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 Miles Morales. Got him. Thank you for all this info. Now you got me really wanting to read out of these comics. Mwahaha! Insert evil laugh here. Brian concurs with me and says that he loves The Astonishing X-Men by Joss Whedon and John Cassaday. And then Matthew says, I see. So much I don't know. Oh, about gamers. Yeah. I was looking to see Obi-Wan. I was looking to see it because they've got, I have the omnibus of New X-Men and the omnibus of Astonishing X-Men. But I think those are at home. Yeah, I think so. All right. Spy Island, number 4 of 4. I believe this is the final issue by Chelsea Kane, who did the Man-Eaters mini-series. Or maxi-series, I guess. It's like 3 volumes. This is a Bermuda Triangle mystery, and I haven't read it. But part of what she does is these fake ads. And Man-Eaters was filled with fake ads. I believe one of the issues, the entire issue was formatted to look like, well, it was a magazine from within the world of the Man-Eaters. And so in this one, there's a back cover that says, now enjoy orgasms on the go. You just know it's going to be good. Sparkling orgasm. Bacardi, pink champagne. So we got 2 copies of Spy Island. Stranger Things and Dungeons and Dragons is a 4-issue miniseries by Jody Houser and Jim Zub. And this is number 2 of 4. Makes sense that they would do a crossover. And then there's also Science Camp, which is another, I don't know if it's a one-shot or a miniseries, also by Jody Houser. Oh, and Keith Champagne, or Champagne. Noel says, hi, Sushan, all in caps.
Hi.
He's excited to read Miles Morales while you're in the hospital delivering his child. Priorities, mwahahaha. You know, if you put it like that, it doesn't paint me in the nicest light. I'm going to be...
JD, it's not like you can breastfeed, so you'll have to...
It's not like I can breastfeed, so I'll have nothing to do. She's right. Thank you, honey. Thank you for defending me against my very good friend Noel. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Jenica. Look at that cover. That's a rad cover. That's real good. Wow. I really like that. It looks a little bit like if you took the guy who did Southern Bastards and mixed him with James Harren. Jason Latour. It looks like they took Jason Latour and James Harren and played them together. Brian Anderson says the Omnis are so good. They are. I like a good omnibus. I didn't used to, but now I do. So do you have a website that I could go to and order comics from? Asked Obi-Wan. Well, I kind of, if you go to jdsherocomplex.shop, I have started uploading things to the website for people to order. And then I have an Etsy called johnnydestructo.com, but that's more for my, I do custom t-shirts, original art prints, and stickers and stuff. In fact, I have some stickers that I have to mail out from my Etsy store at johnnydestructo.com. I will show some of them to you now. I did a Bad Things Happen in Philadelphia gritty design, which I have on t-shirts and stickers and prints. I did, it's called America Runs on Dungeons, and basically it was a play off of Dunkin' Donuts. And that's its own sticker, but then I took just the 20-sided die and I made a 20-sided die sticker. And I drew a little Baby Yoda. Grogu? Grogu. I'm so sorry. If anybody has... Please tell me I didn't just ruin that for anybody. Oh, man. I'm so sorry if anybody hasn't seen the new episode. Brian, shut up. You've seen it. Don't you say spoilers to me. You've already seen it. Did you give me that bullshit? Oh, man, I felt so bad. Anyway, I got a bunch of stickers to send out. So, yeah, you can find those on johnnydestructo.com. But, yeah, otherwise, people will email me or text me or call my shop, and I'll just take your order down. If there's anything that you want, let me know. I'll be happy to order it in, and I'll mail it out to you. All right, that Texas blood. Man, I feel bad. I hope I didn't spoil that for anybody. I hate spoilers. I hate being spoiled. I hate when food gets spoiled and then I can't eat it anymore. There's nothing good about spoiling. Noel says, I ate a burrito while Abby was being induced. I also like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now Noel can talk to you about... So Noel is in the chat right now. He's one of my co-hosts on the Spoiler Alert Gutter Talk podcast, which we do Sunday mornings every Sunday at 10:30 a.m., where we review the week's comic books. And he's been really into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. And he says you could just start with the most recent trade paperback. So you've got a couple places you could start, Obi-Wan. So they do these hardcovers. IDW is printing the current Turtle comics, and they have been for many, many years. So you can get these nice little hardcovers. It's kind of cool design of the sword. And it's the first, 12 issues of the series from number 1. Or Noel maintains that you could just start with Reborn Volume 1, which looks like this, From the Ashes. And basically this is starting from issue 100 or 101. I forget. It's issues 101 to 105. And you could just jump on here. This is a perfect jumping on point. It just came out last month. And you can start here. So that's pretty good if you're into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Carol says, that's cool, man. Nice, JD. Don't give me attitude. Hi, Carol. Spoilers. He's got a name. That's the least of the... Wait, I scrolled too far. That's the least of the spoilers. It's fine. Oh, JD, I've been meaning to ask you where the best place / what the best option is to print a piece of art. I have a high-res thing I want to print. I mean, if you're just printing it for yourself and you're not looking for, like, selling high-end giclée prints. Giclée is like an archival full-color digital print, but it's using special ink and special paper. You could just go to Kinko's and just get it on a nice matte 60-pound weight, which is almost like a cardstock weight of paper, but not so thick. It depends on how you're looking to, hang it up. If you're going to put it in a frame, just get a nice 60-pound. And if you can, make sure it's matte. So if you're getting like a 60-pound print that you're going to frame behind glass, which is going to be very shiny, you don't want to have the paper also be glossy, because then it'll be so shiny that you won't be able to see the thing. So matte paper, 60-pound or 80-pound, depending on what you want. They'll let you feel it at Kinko's or FedEx. And then that should be good if you're just looking to hang up a print or something. Vanity Fair beat me to the spoiler. Rude. It's been 4 days. If they're really fans, they watched it. Shame ring-a-ding-ding. Shame ring-a-ding-ding. Shame ring-a... That's the funniest thing that Christopher Goodnight has ever said. That was pretty good. I like that. I ate a hoagie right before she was delivering, and also she couldn't eat. TMNT, what you want to know? You can definitely start with Sophie Campbell's run. If you want a little bit more context, the story arc before that, which is called City at War, but yeah, Reborn Volume 1 is wonderful. Wonderful. He did a typo. I actually collect Funko Pops. I have about 140. What's your favorite Funko Pop? I want to know your absolute favorite. If you had to sell all of them but one, what's the one you would keep? I don't collect Funko Pops. I only buy the ones that I'm just like, God damn it, I have to. They made that, so now I have to have it. I've got 3. No, I've got 5 now. So I've got RoboCop. I've got Judge Dredd. Cassidy from Preacher, one of my all-time favorite comic book series. And then I've got Cyborg Superman. And another one that I've forgotten. It's for a gift, says Molly. Yeah, Molly. 60 to 80 pound. And if you're putting it in a frame, matte. I had a friend do a commission for Alex's parents for Christmas. Talk to you later. Oh, bye, Matthew. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. All right, wow, we went on a tangent. That Texas Blood, number 6, comes out this week. Goodness gracious. I get to chatting. Thor by Donny Cates, my second favorite run on Thor after Jason Aaron, is up to number 10. With a nice cover by Olivier Coipel. I don't know who this guy is, but he's got a sticky part. Ooh, he's going to get you. Yeah, I'm like 5 issues behind on Thor. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 copies of Thor number 10. When my wife's in labor, I'll read Thor. I'll just like be reading and be like, don't forget to breathe. Oh no, Thor. What hijinks you've gotten into. Keep breathing. You're doing great. He's crowning. Oh no, Galactus is dead. All right. Justin Agnew says, also, I too brought books to read while my wife gave birth. I didn't read them because I was too busy begging the nurses to show me how to take care of the screaming, pooping monster that was determined to never let me sleep. Well, I mean, you didn't read before? Chris says, I have a shit ton of Funko, more than I can count offhand. And Obi-Wan says, that's super hard. I would probably say my favorite is Legolas from Lord of the Rings. I really like that pop a lot. Nice. I keep meaning to go back and revisit the Lord of the Rings. I used to have the 3 special edition things. It's like 19 hours of movie. Let's make a reading list as part of your birthing plan. Transformers My Little Pony #1. Friendship in Disguise. Another King in Black tie-in. Oh, this looks cool. Paul Grist is writing it. Nice cover. Who's this cover? This looks like RB. Oh, it's RB Silva. No wonder it looks good. The Union. Queen and Country. Some nice RB Silva artwork there. So I got one Transformers My Little Pony. I'm sorry, My Little Pony Transformers, my bad. Let's see, The Union, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 copies of that. This is a mini-series. It's a 5-issue mini-series. I want to say 5. 4 or 5-issue mini-series that goes along with King in Black. And I imagine ties in with, I don't know, does it? Does it tie in with Ten of Swords? None of these characters look familiar to me. I mean, as far as Ten of Swords is concerned. Walking Dead Deluxe #4. Speaking of recoloring old black and white issues a la Usagi Yojimbo, they are recoloring the original Walking Dead series with new covers, new paper stock, and they've colored it in. So there's 2 covers by David Finch. There's a cover by, this probably is by Tony Moore. And a cover by Charlie Adlard, who is the long-term artist on Walking Dead. Originally, Tony Moore did probably about 5 or 6 issues, and then Charlie Adlard did every single other issue. X Factor, #5, also listed as a Ten of Swords tie-in. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So that's X Factor #5. Who is that? Richter? Who am I looking at? Who are these people? Volkgeist? I don't know. I guess I'll find out. All right, so that is the Marvel single issues. Well, not just Marvel. It was Diamond, right? So it's all of the single issues from Diamond. So, Noel, are you doing a Thunder round on Bat Catwoman or King in Black? It did look, Jimmy, it did look like North Star and Aurora. That probably tracks. Tasha's Cauldron of Every... Ooh, look at this. It's a new... It's a new D&D book. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. This is the deluxe edition, or the variant edition. Look at that. So here's the fun part. I ordered 4 and 2. I got 1 and 1. I had a bunch of people special order these, and I've gotten 1 copy of each. So now I have to check in to see what's going on with the other copies. It's so annoying. And then on my previews order this week, they were solicited again, so I ordered 4 more copies of them to make sure I would have them for my subscribers. But if they're just coming late, I've just ordered 4 extra copies for no reason. But because I didn't have the information and the previews were due, I had to pull the trigger. and they're $50 a pop. So that's fun. I was going to ask you about that earlier. Yes, I will do the Thunders, but what kind would you like to do? Joint or single? I'm not sure. I still haven't read Bottom Feeders for tonight's book club. By the way, tonight is book club. We do a Zoom meeting book club every other Tuesday night, and tonight we're doing a book called Bottom Feeders. And then next week is movie club. So next Tuesday night at 8:30, we're going to be discussing a film. The Trial of the Chicago 7, which was written, I don't know if it was directed by Aaron Sorkin, or if it was just written by him. But anyway, The Trial of the Chicago 7. We're going to be talking about that next week. Tonight we're doing Bottom Feeders. Now about the Usagi comics, when are the new ones supposed to come out, and have the title names been released? So, Usagi, the new ones, has already been going in single issues. The reprints are just called Usagi Classics, I think. And I'm trying to remember what the new ones are called. They might just be called Usagi Yojimbo. And they've been coming out in single issues already. Oh, it was written and directed by Aaron Sorkin. So, for Alien fans, by the way, speaking of video games and speaking of Alien, we were in quarantine for 8 days, and I was going to get so much reading done. And then I remembered that I had a PS4. And I remembered that I had 3 games that I'm still so far behind on: Alien Isolation, Spider-Man, and Last of Us 2. So I got out Alien Isolation, and I've been playing that, and it's great. So there was an original script for the movie Alien, 1979, written by Dan O'Bannon. And they did not use that script. They changed it up. They did a whole bunch of changes. And they brought in H.R. Giger, who designed what you now know as the Xenomorph, right? All of the cool alien technology that was designed by a artist who I believe is an airbrush artist and a sculptor and all this sort of stuff. H.R. Giger, Giger. And so what they did, Dark Horse Comics, is they took the original script by Dan O'Bannon and they made a comic series out of it. And they used the description of the Xenomorph from the script to create what the look of the monster looks like from scratch. So it's not the alien you know, and it's not the story you know, but it was what was supposed to be the original film. And so they're doing that, and then they're also doing this for Predator. So there's an original script for Predator that they're going to make a mini-series out of as well. So this is the whole Alien original script comic series. That comes out this week. Please don't step on Jinko? JNC. How did you say? Those are 90s pants. If you guys remember, ask your grandparents who were alive in the 90s. I think they were called Jinko jeans, and they were huge. And there's a little indie comic called Please Don't Step on My Jinko Jeans by Noah Van Sciver, which looks awesome. This looks like a lot of fun. This might be good. It's from Fantagraphics. This might be good for book club. It looks like kind of fun and whimsical. Mirka Andolfo's miniseries Mercy, The Fair Lady, the Frost, and the Fiend is collected in a trade. And I've been seeing this name all over the place recently. Mirko Andolfo has been doing a lot of variant covers for Marvel, I think. The Butcher of Paris. Ooh, look at that cover. Based on a true story. That's a hell of a cover. It reminds me of Devil Pig. What is that guy's name? He did covers for like 100 Bullets and a lot of the Punisher. He did some Punisher books. Oh, geez, Johnson. David Johnson's his name. It is him. It's him. It's David Johnson. I can tell a David Johnson when I see one, apparently. Spell on Wheels, the sequel from Kate Leff. There was a Spell on Wheels 1, and now there is a Spell on Wheels 2 called Just to Get to You. Noel says, if anyone is on the fence about alien stuff from Dark Horse Comics, jump sooner rather than later. Come next year, Marvel has the rights back, and these things will likely not be printed again in a long time. That's a great point, Noel. The aforementioned Predator series from the original script, I believe, has been canceled because the rights went to Marvel. So hopefully Marvel will actually wind up printing this Predator original script miniseries. New Mutants Volume 1, which has the Ed Brisson stuff. So this has issues 3 and 4, 6, 8 to 12. So what they've been doing with the New Mutant series, because some of it is written by John Hickman and some of it is written by Ed Brisson, the John Hickman has its own trade paperback, and now the Ed Brisson has its own trade paperback because they were dealing with different time periods. No, different places. So one's out in space and one's on Earth. Excuse me. Speaking about the 90s, X-Men Alpha, The Age of Apocalypse Epic Collection. It's from the 90s, the big Age of Apocalypse event. Graveyard Wars from Ablaze Comics, brought to you by A.J. Lieberman, writer of Image Comics Cowboy Ninja Viking and Term Life, Gotham Knights, Harley Quinn, and War Games. Graveyard Wars. Nice little one and done. There are those among us, all of whom had had near-death experiences, who now have an ability called a soul skill, which allows them access to the skill sets of the dead. Fighter, mechanic, sniper, anything. This ability connects them in this realm to the soul, and its skill in the next. Pilot, hacker, assassin, anything. While not everyone who touches death is able to retain this ability, those who do have formed two warring guilds, Caretakers and Darkhearts. The Caretakers' mission? To use the power of the dead to protect the living. Welcome to Graveyard Wars. Okay, that's a cool idea. That's awesome. I was trying to remember why I ordered this because I don't remember ever hearing about it. I don't really know the team behind it. But having read this now, I go, oh yes, that's why I ordered this. It sounds dope as hell. Very cool. All right. Captain Marvel, Volume 4 from Kelly Thompson, J'accuse. And this is part of the Empire saga. But not only is it a tie-in to Empire, it introduces a very important new character in the Captain Marvel mythos. I won't spoil who that is, but it's important. This is a free book that they just sent me called Chex Quest. I guess based on Chex Mix and the cereal. If anyone wants it, let me know. Epic Collection, The Incredible Hulk, Going Gray, by John Byrne, Al Milgrom, and Buscema. Ooh, this is that good John Byrne Hulk. Yeah, man. I love this 80s John Byrne art, man. God dang. And Sal Buscema? Is it Sal? John Byrne, story and pencils. Which Buscema is this? Yeah, Sal Buscema. Man, this is kind of fun. All right, so that... Oh, I missed the... Did I forget the Champions? Champions number 3 comes out as well. Part of the Outlawed event that's going on. All right. Oh, I missed a whole stack of books from Diamond. Sorry, guys. So Champions is in here. That's coming out tomorrow. Daredevil number 25 by Chip Zdarsky and Marco Cicchetto. That's coming. Dead Body Road from Justin Jordan. Friend of the podcast, Justin Jordan. Also from Pennsylvania. Dune, House of Treaties, number 1 reprint. Is it a reprint or just did I get another one of them? Oh, this is the 3rd printing of Dune, House of Treaties. And then Upshot has a new series, it's a mini-series from Corey Andrews called Erratic. And Corey Andrews is mostly a cover artist, but he did the Spider-Man Reign miniseries. He wrote and drew that. And so now he's got his own creator-owned book called Erratic, which we should probably do on the podcast, Noel. Just because he's a name. All right. So that is all the Diamond stuff. And then I will show you the DC stuff next. Let me just quickly... Oh, there we go. All right, so that's done. Everybody got quiet. Why is everybody so quiet? I'm going to eat a Pocky. The only one I really like is chocolate. Look at all these different flavors. I really just like the chocolate. All right, so here's the DC stuff. Okay. Anthony D says, JD, how has DC switching distributors again affected you? What about the minimum order requirement? And Sam, oh, hi, Sam. Sam loves the green tea, Pocky. Well, Anthony Drago. Oh, action figure expert. Hello, hello, hello. Miss you, JD. How you doing? What are you munching on? Pocky. It's a Japanese snack. It's a cookie stick covered in chocolate. Boink. Okay. So, Anthony, we haven't switched over yet. So, when DC went from Diamond Distributor to UCS Distributor, it was a pain in the butt. And all of their dates are all over the place and stuff. That, you know, they're trying to do, oh, Tuesday is New Comic Book Day. No, it's not. I don't know anybody who's doing the Tuesday New Comic Book Day thing. That's a pain in my rumpus. But some of the good things were that they pack the books better. Less books show up damaged. If there is a variant cover that's like a 1 in 25, they actually wrap the book in its own box inside the box. Which I don't have one to show you, but they make sure it's like wrapped and taped so that it's protected. And we get the books almost a whole week ahead of time. So I'll probably get my new DC shipment for next week tomorrow or Thursday at the latest. So that's been kind of cool. And now they're moving from UCS to Lunar, I think. And they haven't done that yet. And so I don't have anything to report yet. I need to, I think from what I read, they're just going to slide us over. They're just going to do it on their end. So thank you for bringing that up. I should look into that some more. Look at these cheeks. Whose idea was all these cheeks? It's too much cheek for one person. All right. So, stupid. Batman number 104 from James Tinian. Again, the Jorge Jimenez covers. Look at this shit. What a great cover. Look at that foreshortening all the way up to the front of the issue. God damn! That's a good looking cover. Let's see. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of the regular cover. Mark that off. Doink. And there is an alternate cover which looked like this. It's fine. I think it's Matina. I'm not sure the first name, but I think the last name is Matina, who did he's been doing all of the artist covers for Batman. Let me see if I'm right. Batman 104. Batman 104. Oh, Francesco Matina. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I personally like the Jorge Jimenez cover better than the Francesco Matina cover. But what do I know? Nothing. Batman: The Adventures Continue, which is a continuation of the animated series featuring characters that we never saw in the animated series and covers by the creme de la creme of artists. One of my favorite artists, Becky Cloonan, did the cover for this one. This has a very Dave Johnson feel, doesn't it? But it's Becky. So, I got 4 covers of the regular Becky Cloonan. And then there's another cover. Now this one, again, looks a little bit like Dave Johnson, but I don't believe it is. And let's see, who's Batman: The Adventures Continue. Justin Erickson. I don't know that name. That's why I couldn't figure it out. I got 4 of those. All right, now the big one this week, everyone's been waiting for the Tom King Batman Catwoman series to start, which is a 12-issue maxi series. I already read it. Read it last Wednesday. I meant to do a Thunder Round on it. It was just a 60-second review, which I do on my on the YouTube channel, the CultPop YouTube channel. Me and Noel do Thunder Rounds. And I meant to do one already to really get the jump on it. And I didn't. I've been too busy. I've had like 200 t-shirts to print. So I got 2, 4, 5, because Noel has one. And then this one is a Jim Lee variant cover of Batman Catwoman number 1. It's kind of hard to see. It's all the same colors, so it's kind of hard to parse out what's happening if you don't look right at it. I think I forgot to put that on my sub. Can you Batcat me, says Jimmy. Yes, Jimmy. Let me put that on your list. Too many tabs. Too many tabs. DC subscriptions. Oh, come on. Batman. Get back here. I scrolled too far. And then, yeah, Jimmy, you are correct. You do not have it on your list. I am putting it on there right? Meow. Last night I'm trying to catch up on the HBO show Succession. Is anybody watching that? Everybody on that show is deplorable. It's just the worst person. Each person is worse than the other person on the show, which is a paradox. The more I think about Bad Cat, the more I like it. My enjoyment grows since first reading. Right? At first I was like, well, that was weird. But the longer I sit with it, the more I'm like, I can't wait for number 2. All right, so that's the Jim Lee cover. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jim Lee. And then there's another cover, and I'm going to say that this is by Travis Charest. Travis Charest? I never know how to say his name. It's spelled Charest, but I feel like that's me being a dumb American, and it's probably supposed to be like Travis Charest or something like that. Something a little bit more cool. He has really changed his style. Am I correct, first of all? Batman, Catwoman. I got a blank variant cover. Noel. Blank variant. And then who's the other one? Travis Charest. I got 4 of those. Nailed it. He is working with a much different style. He was doing the Wildcats back in the 2000s, and he had a very different style at that point, which I loved. I absolutely loved that style. This style, I could take it or leave it. It does nothing for me. I like that he's evolving as an artist. Very cool. I think everyone should evolve as an artist, but it doesn't really speak to me. Someone is at the door. Give me a second. I will be right back. Let me put up my little thing that says JD will be right back. JD will be right back. Hello? Oh, okay. Come on in. How are you? Oh, good. Just in the middle of a live stream.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Sorry, guys. I'm back. All right. Boink. So, where are we at? Justin says, if possible, would you mind putting a Batman Catwoman copy? Is that not on your list, Justin? I can put that on your list. Justin, do you want me to add it to your subscription, or do you want me to just give you the first issue? I will add it to my list now. Batman, Catwoman. Oops. There we go. For Justin Agnew. There we go. Yes, please, what? Add to subscription. There we go. All right, done. Done and done. It's added to your subscription. That's how I feel about The Crown. The royal family is just full of jerks. Everyone tells me that The Crown is so good, and it's their favorite show. And but then I think I've got Noel being like, it's fine. Tradesies on the blank Bebe and the Peach Momoko King in Black. Sorry I'm in a wear. That's okay, Justin. No worries. It's all good, brother. All right, so that's all the Bat books, I think, for this week. Let's see. Next up, we have Deceased. Dead Planet. Number 6 of 7. Also with multiple covers. This is a David Finch cover. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. 5 Deceased. And now there is an alternate cover. Also, I want to see by Francesca Mattina, who just seems to be putting out a lot of work. This is the zombie variant. Very cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. All right, people are going to be passing by, so I'm going to put my mask on. All right, so 2, 4, 5 for deceased. Yep, Francesco Mattina. And then there's a new, this is pretty cute. There's another variant. So each of the deceased issues has had a movie poster variant. And so this is the Shazam movie variant, which has Mary Marvel. Pretty cool. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. From Ben Oliver. Who's texting me? Somebody's texting me. Oh, it's Noel. The Crown is good. I just prefer to read a book and passively watch / listen. I can't do that. I can't. What is this? What's happening? Oh. Ah. I can't do that. I cannot read something while the TV's on, because I will just stare at the television. I will get no reading done. Same thing if I put on a record. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll put on a record and I'll read. But if that record has words, I will not read the book. I will only hear the words. And I'll read the same page like 19 times until I go, all right, I got to put on something that's like a score with no words on it, in it. All right, so the Dreaming Waking Hours miniseries from G. Willow Wilson, part of the Sandman universe, number 5. Very cool cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Got it. Far Sector number 9. N.K. Jemisin and Jamal Campbell. This one's got 2 covers as well. Ooh, I don't even know which one I like better. Very cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of issue 1, or cover 1. 2, 4, 6, 8. 9 and 9 for Far Sector. All right. Molly, is that the Dreaming new, or would it be in the nope, brand new, Molly. So there's the Dreaming, which so Sandman Universe has a bunch of new series that have been going on for just the past year. So there's the House of Whispers, the Dreaming, Books of Magic. John Constantine has a series that's just wrapping up now. It's about 12 issues. And this is a mini series to go along with the Dreaming, and that is called Waking Hours. So this is a mini series for the Dreaming, which is the 5th issue is coming out now. So yeah. So if you need me to go, if you're curious about the other Sandman Universe series is they've got the Sandman Universe at the top there, and that's how you know they're part of the current Sandman stuff. So yeah, we can talk about that, and I can get you in the collections, different Sandman ones. All right. The new DC event, it's very small. It's not a big event. And it's called Endless Winter. So Endless Winter number 1 comes out this week from Lanning, who the only reason you really know, I believe, the Guardians of the Galaxy as you know them right now is because of Abnett and Lanning. And this is Lanning of Abnett and Lanning. And he's doing Endless Winter. And it's got an alternate cover by what was his name? Daniel Warren Johnson. So let's see, you got 2 and 2, Endless Winter. Metal Men. This is the last issue of the 12-issue maxi series Metal Men from Dan DiDio and Shane Davis. Strange Adventures number 7 of 12. The current Tom King maxi series with 2 different covers. And the covers always mirror each other. So let's see, we got 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So 8 and 9 Strange Adventures. Here we go. I have not made my way through all the omnibuses yet. They're huge. My wallet just cried. But yeah, at some point I'll need to grab those. I figured you let me know when you're ready. Tales from the Dark Multiverse, which is basically an Elseworld story or a what if. And this one is Wonder Woman War of the Gods by Vida Ayala and, Olivetti, with a cover by David Marquez. War of the Gods was a Wonder Woman event back in the late 90s, I believe. And this is, what if it went terrible? What if it went terribly wrong? And so those are the single issues from DC. But there's also Beast Boy and Raven, Tiny Titans. Little graphic novel. So cute. I got a handful of those. And one of, I almost said my favorite DC book of the year. But then I thought about it. And I got a lot of favorite DC books from this year. But one of my favorite DC books of the year is finally out in a hardcover. Wonder Woman Dead Earth by Daniel Warren Johnson. It is the heavy metalist story ever put to paper. Wonder Woman Dead Earth. DC has been doing this dark metal and the death metal. Those books are fine. This is the metal book. Wonder Woman's mission was to save man's world from itself. She failed. This story is bonkers. I absolutely love it. All right. I think that's it. That's it, guys. Those are the books. It's now time for me to go read Bottom Feeders, which hopefully isn't as long a read as this looks. But yeah, I got to read this for tonight is book club. We're going to be doing Bottom Feeders at 8:30. Is it 8 or 8? I always say 8:30, but isn't it 8 o'clock? Shoot. No, what time's book club? Molly, what time's book club? I forget. Wonder Woman Dead Earth is definitely top 3 this year. Agreed. Is it 8 o'clock? It's 8 o'clock for book club. I'm getting confused because it's 10:30 for the podcast. Don't look at that. 8 o'clock. All right. Wonder Woman Dead Earth just made NPR's year-end list. What? That's awesome. Wow. That's so cool. 8 p.m., you monster. It's at 8 p.m. But why do I feel like that bud is a derogatory bud? Like, it's 8 p.m., chief. All right, slugger. It's 8 o'clock. All right there, sassafras. Your own book club's at 8, you idiot. You can't see, but I'm smiling. So yeah, I'm going to read that. Oh, if anybody has questions or is interested, Future State is coming. So all of the DC books that you normally get every month from DC are not happening. They're all being interrupted. They're all stopping, and then they're doing 2 months of Future State. which is a big event. And like the only books coming out that month are going to be these future state books. There is a checklist here listed by week: January 5th, January 12th, January 19th, all the way through February. These are the only books that are coming out from DC are these future state books. And I, for one, am friggin' stoked. This is my wheelhouse, y'all. Like, legacy characters, moving the universe forward and bringing out legacy characters. That's my jam. I love it. So there's a new Wonder Woman. I believe that's probably John Kent. Like some of the mainstays are there. Like Batman's there. There's going to be a new Batman written by John Ridley. Oh man. Speaking of John Ridley, if you got more concerned than me, listen, Molly. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, it's not DC 1 million. But yeah. Oh, speaking of John Ridley, this past week an issue came out starting I think it's a 4 or 5 issue miniseries called The Other History of the DC Universe from John Ridley. First issue is detailing Black Lightning, Jefferson Pierce, Black Lightning, and his experience as a black man living his way through the DC universe. And it is one of the best things I've read all year. So yeah, anyway, you should definitely 100% check that out. Other History of the DC Universe. Only one issue has dropped so far, and it's a big boy. It's like an oversized issue. But man, was it great. It's very dense, so it took me like 2 sittings to sit through and read. But, oh, it's so good. Anyway, that's it. So yeah, if you are one of my subscribers and you're interested in any of the DC Future State books, I need to know. So I know how many to order. Because there is no precedent for this. I don't know what to order. Because it's not going to be... I can't rely on subscriptions. I mean, if you have Batman, I'll probably order you the Future State Batman. But like other than that, I have no idea. So if you're interested in these books, you need to let me know. Otherwise, I might not have enough for you. All right, guys. I guess that's it. I'm going to go read Bottom Feeders. I'm going to snack on some more Pocky. I hope you guys have a great week. This is good Pocky. Oh, I got myself a new sippy cup. A new coffee cup. Swig. And it keeps my coffee hot for 3 hours. Because I'm a sipper. I don't chug my coffee, my hot coffee. A lot of people are just like, hot coffee done. It takes me like at least an hour to drink 1 cup of coffee. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. We'll see you this Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to comment because that helps our channel out. And what else? What's the other thing? Oh, yeah. Be on the lookout. Noel and I do the Thunder Round videos where we review one of the week's comics for 60 seconds. And that's it. It's great. Thunder Rounds. Otherwise, I'll see you back here Tuesday at 2:30 or Sunday at 10:30. Love you guys. I'll talk at you later. Can't see.